What's that supposed to mean? We.
It means I don't intend to have this whole deal loused up because you keep making mistakes.
I haven't made any mistakes.
What about Bernie? What about Chris Shaw? All we needed was a little information.
Hey, look, Pete, you're in this just as much as I am.
Keep your voice down. The girl's gonna hear you.
Well, maybe I want her to hear us.
Don't be stupid.
Hey, look, I may have killed Chris Shaw and Bernie, but I don't plan to take the rap alone.
Nobody's asking you to take any rap.
I mean it. I'm nobody's fall guy.
Now, look, just ease off, Joe.
You and your buddy, Jim Lawrence. You think you got it all sewed up, don't you? I don't think you'd like it too much if I started opening my mouth. You wouldn't feel too safe now, would you?
Get Jim out of this.
He sent me to Bernie.
I said forget it.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like me to do all your dirty work for you, like some flunky. And then you just leave me high and dry and drop me when the time is right.
You know, one of these days you're going to open that big mouth of yours once too often.
Yeah? And then what? You need me, and you know it. And you're not going to shake me till I get a piece of the action.
Well, nobody's going to get a piece of the action if those two men followed you here.
I told you I lost them. But the sooner we get out of here, the better.
That depends on the girl.
I know it depends on the girl, but I'm telling you, her brother's an ex-cop. Now, if he traced me into Chinatown, you can bet he's going to trace me here.
Well, then we're just going to have to speed things up a little bit, aren't we?
Stryker said I would be tried for manslaughter and possibly get a suspended sentence.
Yes, but that was before this new evidence came to light. Don't you see, Dennis, that is why Stryker has to know everything. If you are accused of first-degree murder, you'll go to trial.
Well, would that be so terrible?
Dennis, there are a number of things that stand to work against you. Things which might influence the jury to make an example of you.
I don't understand.
Look, your mother and Alex Wheeler have a great deal of money and influence. The prosecution will do everything they can to use that against you.
But why?
They'll play on the jury's emotions. Rich boy tries to buy his way out.
But that is a lie,
Well, of
Dad.
course it's a lie, but that doesn't make any difference.
Everything you're saying doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to make sense, Dennis. As a journalist, I've seen it happen again and again. And the press will help the prosecution. Together, they will nail you to the wall. Dennis, you're such an idealist. If only I'd raised you to be a bit more practical.
Dad, I
Look,
can't be...
Stryker is a wonderful lawyer, but there is just so much that he can do.
But what about the facts?
The facts, Dennis, the facts are that certain evidence was destroyed. Those are the facts. Son, you could spend the rest of your life in prison.
Well, that's not possible.
Yes, it is possible. It is very possible. Stryker already suspects that you haven't told him everything. Even if you level with him now, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Dennis, you have got to level with him. You have got to tell him that Iris was alone in Chris Shaw's office the night he was murdered. And while you're at it, you'd better tell him about this.
Well, we can't pull out until Elena tells us where the key is, Pete.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, then we just got to get a little rougher with it.
Oh, good. That's right up your alley, isn't it, Joe? You tried that with Bernie and with Chris. Look where it got you.
Well,
You're too damn rough for your own good.
You got any better ideas? We got to get our hands on that money.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. But I don't think the girl's going to lead us to it.
Well, we can't just let her go, Pete. I mean, can you imagine what she'd do with $1 million? She'd just leave the country. We'd never see her again.
She's not going to leave the country. As a matter of fact, she's not even going to leave this ship.
What are you talking about?
Later tonight, I think our little friend Elena should take a swim in the New York harbor. By the time the police find the body, we'll be long gone.
Oh, no,
Now,
Pete.
you do what I say.
Hey, Pete, look. I mean, killing a girl, I've never done that before.
I don't think you have any choice.
Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, Joe. The girl's seen you. She knows your name. She even told me she knows that you killed Bernie. Now, you want her running around Houston with that kind of information?
It's a bad idea. I'm telling you. Her brother's an ex-cop. I mean, kill her and you got the whole Houston police force down on our backs.
Our backs? Oh, Joe, think about it. The girl's a liability. Now, you just gotta get rid of her.
What is this?
Don't you recognize it?
No, why should I recognize it? Is it Mom's?
Yes. It's Iris's.
Where did you get it?
Vivian gave it to me. And I might add, with the greatest reluctance.
Why are you showing me this, Dad? I mean, what's this all about?
Vivian found this handkerchief in the pocket of Iris's raincoat. The one she had on the night of the murder.
And you think that...
I don't know what to think. I just know that I have to show that handkerchief to Stryker. And he'll show it to the police, I'm certain.
And you think this is the handkerchief that wiped the paperweight clean?
Well, I couldn't say for sure. Only the coroner will be able to determine that. But if the blood type on the handkerchief matches Chris Shaw's...
Why would Mom do that?
Well, she might have done it for a number of reasons. One, to cover any trace of your having been there that night.
And the other?
To cover the fact that she murdered Chris Shaw.
No, that's impossible, Dad.
Is it? You don't remember having done it, do you?
Look, I don't have to remember anything. I was drunk. I was mad when I went there. I could have done anything, Dad.
Dennis, I've said it before, and I will say it again and again. You are not capable of murder under any circumstances.
But you think Mom is capable?
Iris would do anything for you. You're her son. She was willing to pay that man's blackmail. $1 million to buy the pornographic film that Paige had made.
What do you intend to do?
Well, first I intend to speak to Iris.
And then?
The rest, I suppose, will be up to the police.